Once upon a time, a long time ago, in the country of Korea, there lived a young girl named Tang Soo. Now Tang Soo was a very special girl, and she did not know how special. Tang Soo lived in the village of No Re Ru, which means singing songs. Every year on May 3rd, a giant who lived high in the mountains above the village would come and take some of the villagers to be his slaves. 5 years before, Tang Soo's parents were taken by the giant. Tang Soo lived with her grandparents and took care of them. The giant would come to the village and choose the people he wanted. If the villagers tried to hide, he would destroy the entire village. Tang Soo, every night before she would go to bed, would say a prayer and would wonder if her parents were still alive.
Oh, Mother and Father, I miss you. I need you. Please come home.
Tang Soo's grandparents would comfort her. Her grandfather would say, "My little Tang Soo, if I was only younger, I would use my taekwondo on the giant and free your parents."
Oh, grandfather, I know you would, but you must not try. Who would take care of grandmother and me?
Tang Soo would play yacht, a game with sticks. She even beat her classmates and even her teachers at it. She was a very good yacht player. Well, May 3rd came, and all the villagers huddled together in the village square and waited. All of a sudden, they heard a great rumbling in the mountains. The great giant was coming. People were crying and very afraid. The sound echoed all over the village. Then they heard the footsteps. I am the giant of the mountain, Tang Soo. I am here to pick my slave. I do not want a grown-up. I want a child. The women of the village clutched their children. He looked over the people and chose a young boy named Young Chu. You are my slave. Come with me or I will destroy the village. Young Soo's mother cried,
No, please do not take my son.
All of a sudden, Tang Soo stepped forward.
I will go, giant. Please take me instead.
Why should I take you?
I can cook and care for you.
The giant said, Very well, little one. Tang Soo thought if her father and mother were alive, she could find them and somehow escape. Young Chu's mother wept and thanked Tang Soo for sparing her son. Let's go, little one, said the giant. The giant reached down and scooped up Tang Soo like a small toy and put her in his pocket for safekeeping. The ground in the village shook as he walked off. Tang Soo fell asleep in the giant's pocket. In the walk, she climbed to the top of the pocket and saw a great castle deep in the heart of the mountains. No, little one, here is my kitchen. Cook for me, and if it is not good, I will eat you and go back and destroy the village. Tang Soo said,
Do not worry, great giant. I will prepare a meal for the king for you.
As Tang Soo cooked, she looked around and wondered where her parents might be. It took many hours, but she finally finished. What did you make me, little one? Said the giant. Tang Soo replied,
I made you kimchi, cabbage, and japchae, noodles, and vegetables, and mandu Korean dumplings.
Oh, those are my favorite dishes. I am pleased, little one.
The giant ate all his dinner and had a big smile on his face.
Go now, little one, and clean. I am going to listen to my singers.
That was it. Maybe her father and mother were with the singers. The giant locked her to the sink to clean. She could hear the singers in the next room. They sang the giant's favorite song, Dung Gul Ge, which meant round and round. Tang Soo for the next week did the same thing. She would cook and listen to the singers. She never got to see them, so she did not know if they were still alive. Tang Soo thought,
How can I free myself in my parents? I am but a child, and he is a great giant.
Tang Soo said,
What if I use my brain? I will ask the great giant at dinner.
That night at dinner, Tang Soo made a special dish, Bul Gu Gi, a dish of broiled beef.
Little one, this is the best yet. You have made me very happy. I want to listen to my singers.
Oh, great giant, pardon please, great giant. I have a challenge for you.
Oh, because you have been such a good slave, I will grant you your challenge.
I challenge you, great giant, to a game of yat.
I am the great giant. I will win.
Oh, great giant. If I win, you will let me and the singers go home. If I lose, I will cook a banquet for you every day.
Oh, little one, I will take your challenge.
Now Yat is a Korean game played with 4 sticks. The giant used trees for sticks. One side of the stick is smooth and one side is flat. The game began. It was a very close game. The giant became angry.
Oh, little one, you are cheating.
Tang Soo said.
I am a person of honor. I never cheat.
The game was tied to the very end. This was the last toss. Whoever got the higher count won. Tang Soo prayed and threw her sticks high into the air. Tang Soo's heart sank. She got the low score.
I have won! I have won!
The giant was jumping up and down. And as he jumped up and down, the ground shook and overturned Tang Soo's stick. Now she had the high score.
Oh, great giant, look! You are wrong! I have won! I have won!
The giant was very angry and reluctantly granted Tang Soo's wish. And yes, she was united with her parents. The giant said,
I will be back next year for a new slave.
Tang Soo said,
I will strike a bargain with you, great giant. Instead of taking a slave, we will create a great banquet of your favorite dishes and supply you with enough food for a year.
The giant agreed. And Korean appreciation for a child saving the village created Korean Children's Day, Ao Ri Nal, the observance of Tang Soo. The end.